HD News special presentation, the UP200, powered by NMU. Brought to you by the Windows Store and True North Federal Credit Union.
Everybody, welcome to Ready, Set, Mush, our special UP200 broadcast. I'm Kevin Hahn.
And I am Sarah Blakely, of course. And for the first time since 2022, we are seeing sled dog teams race down Washington Street in Marquette. Let's pull up that Skycam really quickly because that first team is just about to come out in the chute. First up, Kevin, who do we have?
Oh, it looks like we're going to have Martin Massicati, I believe. Hope I'm getting the pronunciation right there. The lead dogs, Franklin, a veteran out of Iditarod, and apparently the most incredible canine athlete they've ever had.
Awesome. Yeah, Martin Mascot, he is from Quebec, and they're just doing the countdown. I don't know if you can hear them behind us. We'll listen in. There they go.
There they go, Sarah. I'm going to turn around. I want to see if I can get it.
Everyone at the same time says, there they go. Yeah, they're headed right down Washington Street. And, of course, once they get to the end of Washington Street, they're going to hang a right onto Lakeshore Drive, kind of on the bike path, really, not on Lakeshore Drive. And then they are heading out towards the Wetmore checkpoint, and everyone is so excited. Kevin, for the first time in almost in 3 calendar years, we're finally seeing dogs coming down the chute here. Couldn't be more exciting. For Martin Mascot, like we said, he's from Quebec. Most of his dogs are Alaskan Huskies, which is pretty typical for the UP200 and for sled dog racing. You see a lot of Huskies and that sort of breed. He says that he has raced a lot of Can-Am Crown 250 miles. He won it his 10th time, or he's won it 10 times.
Wow.
So Martin's pretty good at this.
Yeah, apparently. I would say so. What better way to lead it off? Sarah, it's finally happening. Listen to the crowd behind you. The UP200 has returned to Marquette.
Yes.
How are you feeling right now?
I am super excited. I mean, the energy down here is just electric. Mm-hmm. You've got people with noisemakers and shakers and all kinds of fun stuff. Just getting up into the chute right now, we've got Ryan Anderson from St. Croix, Minnesota. He is with Andertier Racing. He also mostly has Alaskan Huskies. His lead dogs are named Grout, Golden, Etta, and Margot. And Ryan Anderson has been racing for over 30 years. A lot of you might be familiar with his name. He has participated in the UP200 many, many times. If I remember correctly, I believe Ryan Anderson has won it a couple of times as well. So, again, another musher who really knows what he's doing. Yeah, and actually, when he was asked why he got involved or how he got involved in the sled dog racing, he said it just kind of happened. How can you not, right?
Things happen, Sarah.
Things happen. And there they go, all the way down Washington Street. Kev, about how many people would you estimate are down here right
there's got to be thousands here, Sarah. Big crowd. You can hear them behind us. You can hear them up and down Washington Street. Excellent crowd out here right now.
Yeah. And we will be the first to tell you, it's very cold outside.
It is very cold.
Everyone who's out here is very dedicated, very bundled up.
I think we came prepared. We got our hand warmers. We got our hat.
I tried to come
coat.
prepared. Yeah.
And, so we're prepared. Actually, the snow that you guys might be able to see on TV just pretty much started right now, kind of almost right at the starting time for the UP200. So
yes.
Very cool stuff there.
Now, if you are not familiar with the UP200, if you're watching from home, they send off these teams every 2 minutes, and they are very strict about that every 2 minutes. It is every 2 minutes, right on the nose, so you know exactly when they are about to leave the chute. So we already have our third team getting set up at the chute. Kev, why don't you tell us about our third team here?
Sure, yeah, all right. Number 3, the third team we got going on, Amy Dion of Madawaska, Maine. So the kennel named Trailblazer Sled Dogs. Major breeder bloodline is going to be the Alaskan Husky. I feel like that's going to be pretty common for the sled dog race. How did they get involved in sled dog racing? Well, they got into dogs back in 2008, and they bought a dog from a musher, invited them for a dog sled ride, and it pretty much just took off from there, Sarah.
As it does. And listen to these names for Amy's lead dogs. She's got Pigpen and Linus, Bikini, Trigger, and Kevin.
You know what? Actually, that's a good name for a dog. I walked off set. You guys didn't see me.
Yes.
But no, not a bad name for a dog there.
So here she goes. She's got a lot of race experience as well. She says she has too many to list. She says, I once hallucinated tree houses and bridges coming into the Allagash checkpoint during the Can-Am. That's how much race experience Amy Dion has. I love it. And a lot of the people who participate in the UP 200 are multiples. I mean, they've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
So they really know what they're doing. Yes, I'm waving to people. There's so many people down down here. I can't help it. We see so many people. I love it. Up next in the chute, our fourth mushing team, we've got Ward Wallen. He is from Two Harbors, Minnesota, and he is with Silver Creek Sled Dogs. There they go, lining up.
Oh, they're ready to grow,
I mean,
Sarah.
check out the dogs. Check out the dogs.
Let them go.
Yeah, there's so many people who honestly, they believe, oh, the dogs can't love this. But come down here and watch these dogs and tell me they are not amped up for this race. They are so excited. They're barking and they're pulling on their leads. They really are raring to go. And it really is so, so cool.
Now, he's been coming to the race since '95. It's a family and his son, Ero.
All right, and I'm getting word that our reporter, Renata Steele, is standing by. Let's go ahead and send it on over to her to see what she's up to.
Hey guys, we are just a little ways up West Washington Street where the dogs are ready to race. It is so loud up here. There's all there is so much It is absolutely electric. And of course, such an exciting year after not things are just getting underway. We have teams after teams after teams that have been taking off throughout the to traverse the Upper Peninsula. And this is my first experience taking this all in, so this is something really unique to see, and to see everyone so happy to be back here in Marquette to see this event return. We're going to check in with you again a little bit later in the broadcast from up here, but for right now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, and we are treating this kind of like the Super Bowl, Sarah. That's why we have our good friend Renata up here to help us out with covering this event.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Renata comes from one of our sister stations in New York. Kevin, this is actually the first time that she's ever been to the state of Michigan.
Right.
So this UP 200 is her first ever experience of the state of Michigan. And if I do say so myself, this is the perfect first experience in Michigan.
I think I'd have to agree. So far, I'm really enjoying myself. This is my first time at the UP 200.
Yeah, what are your thoughts so far, Kev?
My thoughts are, I'm glad we have the Skyview cam because I cannot see past this crowd right now.
Yeah, it's like a wall of like 6 people deep over here. I mean,
so even on my tiptoes, I'm not really getting a good look. But yes, we got our visual on the Sky Cam. We can tell what's happening. And no, it's very cool. It's very cool stuff.
Yes, and I feel like a broken record, but everyone really is just so excited that this is happening again. It's fun to see so many people back down in Marquette ready for this. You know, we had the Festival of the Sled Dog for the past couple of years, and it really was incredible just how they were able to like pivot to make that festival such a huge event for the community. But now we've got the races back, and actually I don't want to miss someone, but Mary Manning from Hovland, Minnesota, that's who you're seeing on our Skycam right now going through, and who the crowd behind us right now is cheering for. Mary Manning, she's from Minnesota. She's got, you guessed it, Alaskan Huskies, and her lead dogs are Gala, Creek, Darla, Duke, and Duchess. Again, beautiful, beautiful names. And Mary also has been racing for over 25 years too. So once again, very experienced. Oh.
Well, I want a dog. Sorry, Sarah, I'm taking this one.
That's fine. I already have
Thank you
another
very
dog
much.
from Nicolay Bank.
Dogs
These
from
cute
Nicolay.
little husky puppies. You can never have too many dogs. I've already got two at home, and my
I
husband's
agree,
like, we don't
absolutely.
need a third.
No, I'm going to turn this towards the camera a little bit. Sarah, we mentioned Renata, but surprise, Sarah Blakely is here
Oh,
too.
yes. I am here. Yeah, I'm so excited to be back down here. You guys know I could not miss the UP 200. I kept telling Kevin, I've been waiting for this for 2 years, and I've just been so excited.
And it's finally here.
It's finally here. It's finally happening. We're finally doing this show. It is just incredibly exciting.
All right, let's talk about musher number 6. We got Aaron Eiley Ray of Minnesota. Did I read that correctly?
Aaron Eiley from Ray, Minnesota.
Oh, Ray. I thought they had like 3 first names or something.
I read something wrong today earlier,
All right.
so.
Anyway, Miles Ahead Racing Kennel is the kennel name. Their sponsors Scott and Holly Lumberg. The bloodline is, of course, the Alaskan Husky. And the lead dogs, we got Drobo, Rudolph, Almond. And they've been competing in racing for over 25 years and got into it just as a great way to enjoy the snow and the cold weather. And they've raced, in a lot of states there. They've been racing around Minnesota, Wisconsin, of course, Michigan, Wyoming, and Alaska. And they are apparently very excited to be back for the UP 200.
Yeah, and you'll also find that not every single musher in the UP 200, but a lot of them have either competed in the Iditarod or are hoping to compete in the Iditarod. And the UP 200, if you didn't know, is an Iditarod qualifier. So if you do well enough here at the UP 200, you could bid in for the Iditarod up in Alaska, which we know is incredibly intense. So this is just a little taste.
Right. And we should mention, too, we got stuff going on at the Holiday Inn as well, Sarah. We got merchandise sales going on there for the UP 200. They got a silent auction going on. You can find more information on the UP 200 website, up200.org, I believe. So just a really huge event that I'm taking it all in right now, Sarah.
Yes, it is just so exciting. Yeah, if you want this sweet hat that I'm wearing, you can get it on the UP200 website or at the Holiday Inn in Marquette. Like Kevin said, they've got so much stuff. And, of course, all of that money goes back into the UP Sled Dog Association Fund to put on the UP200. As you can imagine, it takes so many volunteers.
Right.
The UP200 president, Darlene Walsh, was telling us one time, it takes up to like 600 volunteers some years for them to put this on. And, we had talked earlier about the students from NMU who are volunteering for security, but there's so many other things that you don't even think about. You've got volunteers at the race start who are helping hook up the dog teams, volunteers that are helping out the veterinarians. So, I mean, when you're talking about hundreds, and you've got to have volunteers like at checkpoints and at road crossings. I mean, there's so much that goes into organizing this race. So much props to Darlene Walsh and Ross Anthony and Mari Vedic for being able to put this on. I think they start planning next year's UP 200 like tomorrow.
Tomorrow, you think? You don't
Maybe
think
they'll
get
take the
one day
weekend
of rest
off.
there?
Maybe they'll take a little bit of rest.
All right, I think we got the next one coming. We hear the crowd cheering.
We did. I think that was Kristen McCarty from Babbitt, Minnesota. Her kennel is Holland Dogs. So, of course, she's got Alaskan Huskies. Really quickly, though, we're going to take a break, and we will be right back in just 2 minutes.
For live coverage of the UP 200.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ready, Set, Mush, our special broadcast of the UP 200 powered by NMU.
Yes, while we were in the commercial break, we just wanted to let you know that David Burge from Side Lake, Minnesota went through, so we didn't get to air that one. Lining up right now, though, is Benjamin Amat. He is actually from Niles, which is downstate, but he is sledding out of the Otter River Sled Dog Training Center and Wilderness Adventures, and he is sponsored by the Mushing Club at Michigan Tech. So he's kind of mushing out of out of Houghton. So we love to see a little UP pride here at the UP 200. Benjamin has only been racing for 3 years. He said he's currently a student at Michigan Tech, and he joined the mushing club at Tech his first semester because he says, let's be honest, he needed a little puppy love. Who doesn't? And he didn't look back from there. And there he goes, leaving the chute. Another fun part of this, I don't know if you guys can hear this at home, but they all do a collective 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 countdown to send off each team. So each team kind of gets a fun little send-off.
Well, I certainly noticed that, Sarah, and I can only imagine how bundled up these sled dog racers are. We're over here with our warm stuff on, but I can't imagine what those guys have to go through when it comes to staying warm.
I hope they've got a lot of hand warmers. I've got 2, and I could probably use a couple on my feet as well, to be honest.
You know, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Next commercial break.
Yes, exactly. Hey, I want to bring, sorry, bud, not you, the person behind you. I know I did. We've got Rhett Preston here. I'm going to pull you in. Yeah. All right. Talking to this microphone.
All right.
Rhett Preston, thanks for coming on. We have the UP 200 finally, and we haven't had them in 3 years. What's your thoughts being down here? This is your first as a state rep.
Yeah, it's been 2 years that have been dry. It's a great time to see the mushers out. Good time to see the dogs out. I was able to see Michigan Tech's team out there, so it's a good time. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys come back safe and everything goes smooth, and it looks like we're up to a great start. So
awesome.
It's a great time.
Yeah, and our musher that just went through is mushing out of Michigan Tech, and they were just named as a top research facility in the country. What are your thoughts about that?
They got their R1 status, and you know, as a father of a student at Michigan Tech, I got to say I'm happy. I'm happy for Michigan Tech, and it's a great time in the UP. It really is.
Awesome. Rhett Preston, thanks for coming in. We appreciate
My pleasure.
it.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Enjoy
you.
your evening.
Enjoy the night. You too. All right,
Bye,
just
guys.
like that. Interview
Just
with Dave
like
Preston.
that. Perfect. We got one, and I think was this Andre that passed through while we were chit-chatting?
I think so, but yeah, let's break it down just in case they did pass through. Andre Longchamps of Pont
Oh, my
Rouge,
goodness.
Quebec, Canada. oh, here we go.
Of course you can. How's it going, Ed? Hey, can we chat you up for just a second?
I can wait.
We're live right now. We're just live.
Oh, okay.
Kev, you want to chat with Senator McBroom?
Yeah, let's do it.
You can just hold
That's
it.
Senator McBroom. Very impromptu. I bet you
Sure.
weren't expecting this, huh? Well, how's everything going so far?
Great. It's a great night. Huge crowd. It's just probably one of the best crowds I've seen in all the years I've been coming to the race. So it's fantastic.
Excellent. So this is my first one. So it sounds like I came at the right time.
Yes, it's definitely a great night. I mean, a little on the chilly side, but we got snow. People are having a great time. It's wonderful to see it back in full force this year.
Excellent. I want to pull up the roof cam too real quick because just explain to me the atmosphere that we're talking about right now.
Well, it's a big tailgate party. What can you say? You know, people are having a good time. There's kids everywhere. They're all squeezed in underneath the railings so they can get the front seat and watch the dogs go by. Or dads like me carrying our kids up on our shoulders so they can see over the crowd. And you know, you got people who are just here for the dogs. You got people here for the party. You got people here for the shopping. So, yeah, it's great. It's just a wonderful time to be part of the community.
Right. Many of the shops on the strip here are hosting their own warm-up parties,
Yes.
and it's just a big community event happening right now.
And kids are giving away little doggy toys like these.
Yep.
You know, everybody's having a great time. So it's a lot of fun.
Excellent. All right. Well, Senator McBroom, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stopping.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too. You too.
Thanks,
Let's
Sarah.
get Sarah back in here.
Yeah.
Enjoy the night, my friend. All right.
Oh my goodness, all these people. Okay, there's one other person.
You saw another one?
If I can get his attention.
Sarah's got the eagle
No,
eye
he got
tonight.
busy. All right.
He's too busy.
It was Brock Tessman, NMU's president. I thought, oh, maybe I can convince him to come over here. But he was talking to a bunch of people. All righty. Now I've lost my place, Kev.
I've lost the place too, honestly. Maybe I'm not entirely sure.
That's okay. I think that they took a short little break after our 10th
Number 10.
musher here, and then we had, I think we had Tristan Longchamp come in
Yep.
from Quebec, Canada. Oh, we're being told to take a quick commercial break.
All
We'll be
right.
right back in 2 minutes, guys.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the UP 200.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Just right before the commercial break ended there, we have Tristan Longchamps from Pont Rouge, Quebec, Canada, heading down right now, sponsored by himself. So the bloodline there is actually going to be Longchamps and Reddington.
Interesting, their own breed.
The lead dogs are named Smalls from one of my favorite movies, The Sandlot, I'm hoping.
Of course.
Anguilli, I hope, Herbie, and Levi.
Love it.
So they have been, his whole family has been involved in racing, and he enjoys being with his dogs. So good luck to them. Hopefully a safe journey. And, yeah. And I also got word that we have our John Truitt in the community crowd right now, just taking it all in himself, speaking to some of them. We're going to send it over to him right now. Hey, John, what's going on?
And he's going to be gone in 20 seconds. We're going to need your help, guys.
Hey, Kevin, I'm down here at the starting line, which is right in front of the mining journal and the port side. We have a huge crowd. It's at least 4 or 5 persons deep. And here's another, number 12, going off without a hitch. Let's look at this.
Remy LaDuke from New Brunswick.
Make noise all the way down the trail.
All right.
Let's hear you.
They've been doing that every 2 minutes. They just line up and they go. And this is the last chance they're going to see civilization. It is a wonderful night, a huge crowd. It's starting to snow a little bit, but it's a wonderful night. Back to you, Kevin.
Is Aaron Ultimus from Grand Marais, Minnesota.
John, thank you very much.
While John was chit-chatting, the
Yep.
mushing team that went behind him, we just want to let you know, is Remy LaDuke from New Brunswick, Canada. Of course, he's got Alaskan Huskies. There's also some mixed breeds in there. He's been racing for 14 years. His lead dogs are named Aspen, Loki, Samba, White, Zulu, Dixit, and Miss. And, of course, they're just now passing us as well. We're just a little ways down from the start, so there's a little bit of a delay. We can hear them at the start cheering, and it's almost like when you're at a football game and you see the wave go across the whole stadium.
Yeah.
That's what the sound is here. It's like the cheering starts. Oops, so sorry. I just hit someone.
Sarah's hitting people.
We're just having a night.
We're too
here.
excited.
We're too excited.
All right,
You're
Sarah,
having so
thanks
much
for
fun.
that. And I know we have Renata standing by as well to give us, what's going on with her right now. So let's go ahead and send it on over to her.
Hey guys, checking in about a block up from the start line. We've got these moving teams in line waiting their turn, ready to here weather-wise with that snowfall, and just the excitement up here is really picking up, but we have a long way to go through the rest of this evening. We'll check in with you again a little bit later in the hour. Now we'll send it back to you.
All right, Renata, thank you very much.
More excitement, Sarah.
More excitement. The next team that we've got coming down right now is Aaron Ultimus of Grand Marais, Minnesota. Of course, there are 2 Grand Marais, Grand Marais, Minnesota, Grand Marais, Michigan. But the Grand Marais, Michigan is where they are headed to tomorrow. If you've never been out to Grand Marais during the UP 200, you absolutely have to check it out. We talked a little bit about that during our 6 o'clock newscast, but they have a whole day full of events that are going on. And of course, they've got their iconic cardboard sled races. Everyone, it's kind of like you think of like boxcar races. Everyone kind of builds this little car and you race it down the street. That's kind of what this is, but it's sledding, and they've got a big hill there, and everyone goes down, and it's just such a cool community event. That's all day tomorrow.
Also serving as the halfway point for the race.
Yes, exactly. And then everyone turns back around and heads back this way. Lining up in the chute right now, we've got Talia Martins from Brule, Wisconsin. She is from Stump Jumpin' Kennel. That's a cool name. Her sponsors are Alaska X, Superior Animal Hospital, Family and Friends. And of course, she's got some Alaskan Huskies in her team. Her lead dogs are Savage, Bolt, Clutch, Aspen, Bougie, and Poplar. Talia has been racing for 16 years. She says it's a sport that she actually grew up in. Her mom was the one that got her started, and she's been doing it ever since. She says she is looking forward to conquering the UP 200 this year. She loves this race and the challenge that it is. And here she comes down the chute. It really is so exciting. Isn't it cool? Isn't this just so cool? It was so fun when I was telling all of my friends downstate that I was coming back up here for this. And so many people have never witnessed sled dogs. You know, they know about the Iditarod, and they usually are like, oh, isn't that what Balto is about? And I'm like, I mean, kinda. Yeah. But if you've never witnessed it, I mean, how do you explain just the excitement of a sled dog team and how unique it is and how they train for this? See, they train even during the spring. They hook them up to like ATVs and get them running. It really is just really cool.
Sarah, what was the first one you ever went to?
The first sled dog race that I ever went to was actually the Copper Dog in Calumet back in, that would have been 2013, and it was bitterly cold. It was my first sled dog race. Of course, a lot of us up here know what the Copper Dog is. It's part of the Triple Crown that it is now called. We've got the Tequamanon Sled Dog Race, the UP 200, and the Copper Dog 150. And the community up there in Calumet is, I mean, incredible. It's just like down here. Everyone crowds up into the streets and gets super amped for it. It's great for local businesses. It's just such a fun time. And it was really, really cool. I mean, there were so many things about why that experience was so exciting for me. But yeah, just like you tonight. Yeah. I had never seen it before. So it was just very interesting to get to see it.
Absolutely. I'm glad we have our cameras there at the start of the race. Look at them go. They're taking off right now. Do we have a name on that? Looks like we have Nathan Schroeder of Goodland, Minnesota. And Bloodline's going to be Alaskan Husky. The lead dogs, I should say, are Filbert and Daisy. Now Nathan has 30 years of sled dog racing experience,
wow.
Sarah. Been doing it since he was 12 years old. He got into it because he loves dogs, and I don't think you need a much better reason than that.
Exactly. Oh, that is so cool. Up next in the chute, coming up here. Oh, we've got Nathan coming right behind us now, and of course the crowd getting so excited.
That's pretty good applause for him. There they go.
We just wanted to take a moment for us to
let us have our moment too.
All right, who's up next, Kev?
All right, looks like in the chute we have Jay Foucher, Wentworth, New Hampshire, and again we have Alaskan and Siberian Huskies with some Cyber Song lines. Lead dogs Astrid, Flint, Ryan, and Chatka, and number of years racing. 22 years. So we have another longtime veteran of sled dog racing, Sarah, about to get it going. And I do want to say, just looking at the dogs every time, the dogs are ready to go.
I
can tell you, they are.
Like they're pulling on it. These dogs in the back right here, honestly, some of the tamest that I've seen at the starting line. Most of them are like jumping up, but they're locked in. They are focused. They're like, let's do this.
They are focused on winning.
They are focused on winning. Oh, they're so excited. Oh, there they are. Some of them in the front are. Oh, there they go. They're jumping. They're so excited.
There they go. All right.
Jay is our 17th musher for the night. We have one more musher in the UP 200. And then everything kind of resets a little bit. The midnight run starts later tonight at 8:30. They kind of do a little reset, take a quick little break, and then they get all of the midnight run teams ready to go. There are 20 midnight run teams this year, which is really exciting. So we've Got 18 in the UP 200, 20 in the Midnight Run, and I think I counted 11 for the Jack Pine 30, which is the shorter one. It happens in Gwyn tomorrow. So lots of teams this year.
And, of course, we're going to have full coverage of those as well. It's going to be an exciting time because this is not just about tonight, Sarah. This is a weekend-long thing, even going on until Monday a little bit. So looking forward to seeing everything that's going on. I'm loving it so far, that's for sure.
Yeah. And we've got one more team left. I believe they are getting set up in the chute right about now.
Oh, do you want me to read that, Sarah?
I was waiting for Ken to pull up a shot of them. I didn't know if they were getting pulled in. Oh, let's chat about this camera. Oh, it just went away. That camera that you just saw is down on Lakeshore, and there it is, and you can see the teams going down the bike path.
Oh, that's an excellent shot.
Yeah, isn't that cool? As they head out to Wetmore. All right, here's Alice White. Alice White comes from Ely, Minnesota. Her kennel name is Team Wolf Moon. Her sponsors are Manitou Crossing Kennels, and her major breed or bloodline and her dogs tonight are Siberian and Alaskan Huskies, of course. Her lead dogs are Bolt, Viper, Lava, and Merida. Alice has been racing for over 15 years. And there she goes. She says she's raced throughout the country, but primarily in the Midwest. It almost looks like there's another team lining up there. You see that, Kev? There is another team. I wonder if that's the team. It's a little hard to keep track of everything.
All right, the crowd kind of opened up a little bit, Sarah, so I'm getting a little bit of a better view of them actually passing right by us.
We do have one more team in the chute. But I'm surprised because this was not on the list. So we've got another team, and we will cheer for them just the same. Look at those dogs, though. Those look like Alaskan Huskies, and they are amped. They are absolutely pumped. Oh, they're so beautiful. So, Kevin, your first UP 200 is almost in the books.
Yeah,
give me your thoughts.
It's been great. We're about, a little over halfway of our broadcast here, a special live broadcast. Ready, set, mush, and it's been a great time. You know what? I'm not letting the snow, I'm not letting the cold bother me as we see another sled dog team taking off. That one seems a little bit faster than the previous one, so we're cooking.
They really are.
Might be catching up to them soon.
They'll be passing us in just a moment.
There they go.
A great shot of us turned around.
Oh, those ones are definitely going a little faster. All right. I'm getting word that we're going to take another quick commercial break here, Sarah. So let's do that. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the UP 200.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Sarah, still having a good time?
I am still having a good time. My toes are a little bit cold, but yes, I am having a very good time. Of course, all of the mushers for the UP 200 have gone through now, and so now is kind of like the downtime as we prepare to set up for the midnight run. But we still have plenty of coverage left tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on to our story here as the UP 200 is gearing up. Mushers and their teams are getting set to compete in the upcoming races. Well, of course, it's already begun. Our own Trevor Forsyth visited a musher and her team of Siberian Huskies before the big race.
I recently visited Janine Pollock, a racer in the 2025 Midnight Run, to talk about her team and their special bond. The team started with Blue, now a father and coach to his teammates.
You know, originally I would start off with Blue running with us. It became very apparent that Blue is holding the younger ones and Chloe back. So expert opinion was given to me, and it made me sad because of course Blue is my first Siberian. I'm like, how can I do that? How can I take him off the team? But there is opportunity for him because he's a great teacher of like puppies and like even like people that are, you know, new and want to take part in the sport. He's a great dog to start out with, and he can teach you.
Next is Chloe, a sled dog and mother to 3 of her teammates, Sugar, Summit, and Tin Man.
Chloe is almost 10, and she, after assessing her this season, you know, this is her last, and she probably will retire, and she is perfectly happy to be a house dog. Tin Man is one of my 3-year-olds from my original crew, and he's super solid. He is a command leader, and he's a good personality. He will go for miles, but he's not a big, like, drivey dog, where Edna kind of is. So with the 2 of them together, they match really well, and kind of, he feeds off of her. So it's really important that I have Edna.
Deebs and Edna are newcomers to the team, but have been welcomed by both dogs and Janine like family.
Edna, who is new to the team, she brings a ton of energy, and they all respond really well to her. She is having a little difficulty taking direction from me, so that's going to take some time. And next year will be a huge improvement, I'm sure. You know, I'm learning her, she's learning me still, because they're super, super new to us. They get along, they squabble like family members do, like siblings do, especially 2 little girls. But at the end of the day, you know, they're a pack. You know, we're just one big pack.
Reporting from Chatham, I'm Trevor Forsyth, WZMQ 19 News.
All right, and we have John Truitt. He's available. Again, he's in the crowd. He's talking to people. Let's go send it on his way. John, what's going on now?
Hey, Kevin, how are you? We were going to sample the crowd and talk to some people, but the crush of the crowd was just too much. It was real difficult to move. This is a very popular location when the starters were starting. That has completed. The start is over, and we're waiting now for the 8:30 start of the midnight run. That's about an hour from now, a little less than an hour. And we'll be back at the starting line of the midnight run. But the crowds have just been amazing. I mean, there's no shortage of people to talk to. It's just a crush of people when it's down here. And everybody seems to find a place to have a good view of the race. So I tell people, come on down. It's a great time. Back to you guys.
John, thank you very much. Sarah, John's having a good time. I'm having a good time. You're having a good time. We had our first story from our own Trevor Forsyth just a couple minutes ago. We're expecting to see some more stories out of him. He's been great. He's usually behind the camera, but we're going to get him going here pretty soon.
Yes.
And, looking forward to that. What the heck is going on behind me?
We've got a lot of people trying to photobomb and get on TV.
It's only natural.
It is only natural.
Live TV.
But hey, we're going to take a quick break for just 2 minutes, and we will be right back after this with more UP200 coverage.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the UP200.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome
back to the UP200, our edition of Ready, Set, Mush. Going pretty well, I think, Sarah.
It is absolutely going pretty well. And, of course, right as soon as we come back on camera, there's a gust, and all the snow on our little tent just blew in my face.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
We've got our hand warmers. We are ready to go. And I think our correspondent, Renata Steele, is also ready to go. Renata, who are you with now?
Hey guys, I'm here with Darlene. She is the president of the UP200. And Darlene, how you feeling? You've had a couple of years off. It's your first year back with this event. It's got to just feel great to be here tonight.
It has been wonderful to be here. We have welcomed back many mushers who've been here so many times. It's like having your friends come for a big reunion. And the weather's great. The trails look good. This is just very exciting. Downtown, I mean, you can just see it. The enthusiasm is here. And we are very relieved. About a week ago, we were all in a meeting trying to put all the last details in and realized we're a little rusty. We've been off for 2 years, but it's come together really well. All of our UP200 teams are on the trail. In another half hour or so, we'll send out our midnight run teams. And it is just turning out to be a great night. It's just wonderful.
And to talk to the mushers, they seem just as excited as well after having a couple of years off with this event. What are they telling you about being back here?
Oh, they're so happy to be racing. Last year was very difficult for everybody because all the races were canceled. And these people tend their dogs all year round. They train, and then all of a sudden, and now they're here. So, and they have a community, so they are also feeling that, oh my gosh, we're out on the trail and everybody's back. So the pre-race banquet last night was a lot of fun because everybody was super enthusiastic.
And there's been a lot of talk too about, how this is such a benefit to the city of Marquette. The people that come here, the local mom and pop shops that benefit, the restaurants, the bars, the retail stores. So to have this come back for them too, just as much as the mushers and for you, how does that make you feel?
That makes us feel great. We were able to pivot to the Festival of the Sled Dog to keep something downtown, but it doesn't compare to what we're seeing here tonight. And this has a very huge economic impact in the Marquette area. So it's important to us. We have made a commitment as a board to support the community. They support us, and it is really a community event.
All right, well, I think that about sums it up. Darlene, thank you so much for joining us and for a successful UP200.
Thank you.
All right. Kevin and Sarah, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Awesome, Renata. Thank you very much. Sarah,
Kevin,
oh my goodness, the snow's kind of picking up pretty good. We got snowmobilers heading down the track right now.
yes. Those snowmobilers are also pretty important, not just pretty important, but they're very important, but they're also checking just how the runway, I guess you want to call it, how the condition of the runway, and then also just making sure that there's nothing dangerous on the path for any of the mushing teams. I did want to say, though, I couldn't hear what Renata was talking to Darlene about, but we have worked with Darlene so closely the past few years. We've been wanting to do this broadcast since 2023, and of course we had the Festival of the Sled Dog for 23 and 24. I cannot say enough about Darlene Walsh and just how amazing she is and how much work she puts into this. Darlene and especially Ross Anthony, Mari Vedic, they do so much to put this on. I know I said this earlier, but I mean, all of this that you see, this goes back to Darlene and to Ross. This is her baby. So I can't even imagine how excited she is. Even when I think about it for Darlene, I get a little bit emotional. So I can't imagine that Darlene has not gotten a little bit emotional finally seeing these sled dog teams go back down Washington Street once again. So if you happen to see Darlene, or send her an email and let her know she's doing a fabulous job, because this wouldn't happen, and this is such an incredible thing. There's just so much work that goes into it. Right. So it's, she doesn't take it lightly. She takes it very seriously.
And she's just been so, helpful with
yes.
on our end of things and all
yes.
that, Sarah, helping us coordinate everything. So, yes, big thank you to Darlene. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the UP200.
All right, Sarah, we just have a little bit of time left. I think we should make the
do.
most of it. Our own Andrew Hand is waiting for us right now to send it on over to him. He's got an interview lined up. Andrew, what's going on?
Hi, Kevin. I'm here between the races with some NMU student volunteers, Jessica and Kara. So tell me a little bit about what the experience has been like tonight.
It's super unique. It's really cool to see the community coming together and bonding over one thing, and the people here are super nice and supportive of the dogs.
Great. And what have you guys been tasked to do?
Basically just crowd control, making people stay off the track, and so the dogs can get through smoothly and get their times correct.
Great. And is this your first sled dog races?
Yes, this is my first one.
Great. Mine too. It's very exciting.
It
Great
is.
to see everyone so involved. All right. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Andrew, thank you very much, sir. All right. A lot of firsts going on. That was Andrew's first live shot.
I know, I was
Sarah.
just about to say that was so exciting. I'm so proud of him. I love when we can see a reporter's very first live shots, and he crushed it. Of
Good
course.
job, too, right?
He's doing so well. I'm so glad he's with our team. He's
Came to
doing
us
such
just
great
a
job.
few weeks ago. He hit the ground running, and
Yeah.
he's doing a great job for us. So
Yes, and he went to NMU too.
He did, yes. Just graduated, so kind of fresh out of college.
Yep.
He's ready to make a name for himself, and he's doing great for us.
Yes, he is. We've got a really great team here, and
Yes.
we've just got we've got like 2.5 minutes left. Yeah, I'm really proud of all of us. I just wanted to say that. I'm really proud of this whole team at WZMQ. We've done such a good job. Putting this show together was a lot of work, and we've done it, and we're so excited for it. But Kevin, I want to. All right, your final thoughts of your very first UP200
Final thoughts,
experience.
Sarah. This was a wild time. Obviously, just a big event for the whole community, not just in Marquette, but people from around the UP, from around Michigan, coming here, getting together, and just
You're on TV.
enjoying the sled dogs. We got people behind us. They're on TV.
They're
We're
on
making
TV.
people's dreams
They
come
say
true.
hi,
It's
Mom.
going great. Any final thoughts from you, Sarah? I know you're glad to be back up here.
I'm glad to be back up here in Marquette and visiting from Lansing. I'm so excited. I can't even say it because I'm going to cry, but I'm so excited that I finally got to see a UP200. I finally got
And it's
to
everything
see
you
one
hoped for,
again.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this newscast for so long, and I'm so excited.
Oh, Sarah's actually tearing up.
I am.
It's making me
I'm
sad.
I'm an easy crier, so I cry about everything. I see a puppy and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna cry. But no, we've always felt that the UP200 deserved to have full coverage like this,
Sure.
to have a full newscast dedicated to it, and so we've been wanting to do that for so long. So to finally get to do one, it feels so good, and I'm so excited. I'm freezing, but yeah, I'm doing good.
Sarah,
I'm
you are
excited.
amazing, and let me tell you, thank you so much for all the help with the coverage tonight.
I
You
got
are
you, bro.
amazing. I don't know what it would have been like without you. So happy to have you up here in the UP. This will hopefully always be a home to you, and
Oh, it
you are
will.
welcome back anytime. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Of course.
You're
Thank
awesome.
you, Kev. But hey, real quickly, tell people what we've got ahead for the weekend, because this is not over yet.
No, we got a few more races to go. We got the Midnight Run. We got the Jack Pine. We got some events happening up in Grand Marais. So this ain't over yet, folks. We got a ways to go.
And we will have coverage of those events, of the Jack Pine 30 tomorrow, the finish of the Midnight Run, and the finish of the UP200 on Sunday. You can catch a replay of this broadcast tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Our boy Kev here is going to have all the highlights
Thanks,
from the
Sarah,
whole
and have a good
weekend.
night.